ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قال الله تعالى إن هدى الله هو الهدى وقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمه صدق الله العظيم وصدق رسوله الكريم ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, everyone. So the fail, and in today's lecture, before I jump into it, I want to create a map in our minds. And, like in a mathematical way, we say, okay, what is our destination? What do we have? And how do we get there? Yeah. So our destination is we want to learn everything about fail. So the first thing we need to know about fail is that fail is a name of an action. Fail or fail is action. When you're doing something in any language, like for example, if I say to go, is going somewhere is an action? Is eating an action? What about sleeping, reading? All these things are action. So in Arabic, when we want to talk about action, we're going to say this is a fail. And what is the difference between a fail and an ism? That ism is an infinite thing. If I say book, I'm not sure, I don't need to concern myself whether I'm talking about a book in the past, or am I talking about a book in the present, or I'm talking about a book in the future, because it does not require me to know the area or the time associated with the word book. But when am I talking about an action, do I have this notion of time? Do I need to know whether this action was done in the past, or this action is done in the present, or is this action is going to happen in the future? So fail is also a sort of a noun, but there is a tense associated with it. So we need to know if it's a past fail, is it done completely? Or is it going to be future, or is it going to be present? Now, in other languages, the three tenses are treated separately. The past tense is separate. The future and present is separate. Present is one and future is one. But in Arabic, they have one for past, and then present and future are combined in one. Yeah. And then we also need to know the commands. How do you tell somebody to do something? The do's and don'ts. Yeah. So the past, when a fail is past, something is completed, then we know that the action has been completed. If I say I ate dinner last night, is that action complete, or is it still happening? It's complete. So we're going to say something happened in the past is a complete fail. But something happening right now, for example, I'm going to eat my lunch today. I'm going to do that, or I'm eating my lunch, meaning I'm having my lunch right now, is continuous, it's not completed yet. Or so if I do something in the future, it's not even have started yet. It will start sometime in the future, and then it will finish sometime in the future. Yeah. So when you think about a fail, you need to think about the tenses, the past tense, the present, and the future tense. And then you need to know the commands. Commands mean the do's and the don'ts. If I say sit, is that a command? That's a command. But commands are not only about like giving orders. It could also be when you're asking somebody to do something for you. It could be a plea. You can be making a prayer, or you can be asking for a favor. So all those categories will encompass the commands, right? And inshallah, the Quran is full of examples, and we will take a look at them in a short while. So the name for past in the Arabic language is Madi. And the people who are from Pakistan and India, Bangladesh, they know what Madi is. We use the same word, Fi'l Madi. And the word for future and present is Mudare. Fi'l Mudare. Yeah. So far, so good?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and the commands, and the word for command is Amar or Nahi. When you want to say to somebody to do something, it's called Fi'l Amr. And when you say don't do it, then it's called Fi'l Nahi. Yeah. And what are we trying to achieve after that? We are trying to achieve a sentence, a jumla fe'liya. And what is the
Sorry,
jumla fe'liya? Yeah, question?
should we ask question now or later?
You can ask me a
So
question.
you
Go
said
ahead.
Mazi, Modare, and Rohi, and so it's past, present, and command. What? Oh, present and future. Okay, sorry. Modare
Yeah.
is for present and future both.
Yes,
Okay. Thank
correct. Inshallah, we'll see more examples, then you will understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so at the end of the day, when we're reading the Quran, what are we reading? We are reading the Quranic verses. Yes. Are they in short, separate words, or they are combined like a long sentence? They are like long sentences, right? The Quranic verses. So in Arabic, there are two kind of sentences: jumla ismiya, which is called a nominal sentence, and a jumla fe'liya, which is a verbal sentence, right? So when we did the last course for the nouns, we learned everything about jumla ismiya. And in this course, moving forward, we are going to look at jumla fe'liya, right? Jumla fe'liya mean it's a verbal sentence. And the simple definition is, if a sentence starts with a noun, it is called a nominal sentence, jumla ismiya. And if it starts with a verb, it is known as jumla fe'liya or a verbal sentence. The high level definition is okay. If I say jumla fe'liya or a verbal sentence, the thought should come in your mind that, oh, I'm dealing with a sentence which is going to start with a verb. Yeah? Okay. And what are the two components of a jumla fe'liya? So the bare minimum components are that you need to have a action, and then you need to know who is doing that action. Is that making sense?
Yes.
What is the minimum requirement of a jumla fe'liya? You need to know what is the action and who is doing the action. Is that clear?
Yeah.
So the fail is the verb, and the file is the one, the person or the noun or the thing which is doing the action. If I say I ate dinner, who is the file? Who is the doer of eating? I. Yes. Jazakallah khair. Okay. So inshallah, this little chart is the basis of our whole 10 weeks of knowledge. And if the whatever you see written here in English, we are going to learn everything about them in pure Arabic, inshallah. Are you excited about this?
Yeah.
Okay, so need to show some excitement. Okay, all right.
Good.
Okay, so let's get into some details here. So what is a fail? What is a verb? A fail is defined as a word that has a tense. We just talked about that. What is meaning of tense? A fail can be in the past, it can be in the present, or in the future. Agree? So for example, if we want to talk about some jumla or verbal sentences in Madi or in the past tense, we said he stopped, he gave. The action is complete. It is something that occurred in the past. Yeah. And in the examples of present and present tense, I'd say he searches, he learns, or he eats, or he is sleeping, or he sleeps. This action is ongoing, something which is happening in the present, and it's not complete yet, but it could complete in a little while. In the future, you know that something will happen in the future. For example, he will succeed or he will give up. So the action has not yet occurred. It is something that will occur in the future. So is the high level definition okay? Do you guys understand what a verb means? So next time when I say I'll fail, what comes to your mind? That you're dealing with a action which has a tense associated with it, whether it is a past tense or a future tense or a present tense. What is a simple test to see if a word is a fail or not? So if you place the word I before it, if you really want to test out any any word you're dealing with or any action. Take a word and put an I before it. If it makes sense, then it is a verb. And if it doesn't make sense, then it is not a verb. So it could be a noun, it could be a verb. So in Arabic language, how many parts of speech we have? 3. So if it's not fail, then what else they could be? They could be either a noun or a verb, right? So the word is came. This word, if let's say we have a word came. If I put the I before it, it says I came. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So this word came is a verb. And let's say we have a word called ice cream. And if I say ice cream, does that make any sense?
No.
No. So this word ice cream is not a fail. Okay. Okay. So when we are dealing with the verbs, we have to deal with few things. So we have a measure. It's called wazn. And in plain English, we can call it a pattern. Okay. For example, we will find verbs in the Quran on the pattern of fa'ala. Yeah. And this is one of the forms, and there are the most used forms in the Arabic are 10, but there are more than 10. But if we can learn the first 10, inshallah, we will be successful. And these are the regular one, the fa'ala one. In this class, let me show you the other ones. And these are some of the other ones. And what we are going to do in this class, we're only going to focus on the first one. Which one? Fa'ala. In the fa'ala category, we will be dealing with 6 different families of verbs. And in these 10 weeks, if we can understand them thoroughly, then the rest of them will become a piece of cake. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
So what is our goal for this class? We are going to learn the wazn or the fa'ala pattern. And there are 6 families. Inshallah, we will learn the past tense, the future and present tense. We will learn how to make command out of them, how to make, how to say don't, how to do. We will also learn how to make like emphasis in the question, in the sentence. We will learn how to make questions out of the sentence. So inshallah, it will be a lot of stuff coming your way. And so stay tuned for that. Just wanted to give you a good example. Okay. Now let's do this exercise together. And it is in plain English, so it's very easy. So if I say we, what comes to your mind? It is a noun, is it a verb, or is it a verb?
Noun.
Noun. Simple, right? So invited. If you know the meaning of the word, you can guess that this is what is it? Is it a verb? Is it a noun, or is it a verb? I mean, a verb, noun, or verb?
It's a verb.
It's a verb, mashallah. Okay, good. Give opportunity to everyone so that we can participate. Okay, guests. Is this a noun, verb, or a verb?
Noun.
Noun. Okay, what about for? Harf. What about dinner?
Noun.
Okay. Now let me take a specific name so that that person answered the question. Brother Ghani, what is they? Ism. Very good, mashallah. Brother there is a brother Shahid here. Brother Shahid, are you with us?
Yes.
Okay, so brother Shahid arrived.
Fail.
Mashallah. Okay, good. What about early? There are some sisters, I think. Sister Lubna, would you like to answer this? What is the early? Okay, Sister Homa.
Salam alaikum.
Welcome, salam.
It's adverb.
It's an adverb. So adverb is also a noun, right? Because adverb was in the English language.
Adverb is a noun. Correct.
Yes, so adverb is a noun, But in Arabic, we also call it just a noun. We don't say adverb, we just say it's a noun. Okay, good. Now let's do this together. I, ism. I,
Yes,
Ism.
I see.
Yes.
okay. Told,
Fail.
Fail.
fail. My,
Ism.
Ism.
ism. Son,
Ism.
Ism.
ism. To,
Harf.
Harf.
harf. Give,
Fail.
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 Them,
Ism.
Ism.
okay. Fruits,
Ism.
and
Harf.
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 drinks,
Ism. Ism.
and
Harf.
harf. I,
Ism.
Ism.
put,
Fail.
fail. Very good. The,
Harf.
Harf.
chicken,
Ism.
Noun.
very good. In,
Harf.
harf. The,
Harf.
Harf.
oven,
Ism.
Ism.
hurriedly,
Ism.
Fail.
ism. Okay, it's a ism, right? Because it's an adverb. Because of the ly, we know that this is an adverb, but it is basically an ism in Arabic, right? So he,
Ism.
ism,
Ism.
dropped,
Fail.
Fail.
very good. So, mashallah, what about tray?
Ism.
Ism.
Okay. What about spilled?
Harf.
Fail.
Verb.
Harf.
Verb, mashallah. Okay, are coming. Coming is
Fail.
fail. Okay,
Fail.
again,
Ism.
ism. Today,
Ism.
very good. Remind,
Fail.
Ism.
okay. Carry,
Fail.
carefully,
Ism.
Ism.
mashallah. So you can see that if you can understand this in English, our goal will be to translate all of this information in Arabic. Yeah. So that is why if you're wondering that, oh, I'm in the Arabic class, but he's still teaching me everything in English, is just setting the stage. Inshallah, we are diving into the Arabic in a little while. But if you can get your brain to think that I'm going to think in English and I'm going to try to translate that into or transform that into the Arabic. So once I know my reference language, then it becomes easy to learn the target. Let me just show you this. So this is the answer to all your questions. So the I mean ism, the F mean fail, and the H mean harf.